Hey guys, welcome to Watkins Way. Today we're going to make donuts out of canned biscuits. Let me tell you a little story. Christmas Eve, a couple weeks ago, I was at my daughter's house and my 10 or 11-year-old granddaughter, I got 11 of them, so she's somewhere in that age. After dinner, she told me to come in the kitchen with her. She wanted to make her cinnamon buns out of canned biscuits. So she was taking her canned biscuits, dipping it in butter, and then dipping it in a cinnamon sugar thing, putting it in a round cake pan, and she baked it in the oven at 350 for about 15-20 minutes. And she had the really good cinnamon rolls. So I got thinking, why don't I take canned biscuits and I'll make donuts? So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna make this, I gotta open this. So do not eat raw biscuit. No, wait a minute. Oh yeah, start here. It says peel, it says stick, put a spoon in. Oh shit. I think. Oh. So anyway, I've never done this before, so as you just saw, I might screw up, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's lay these out. All right, we got these laid out on our wire rack. I got canola oil here. I'm going to bring it to 350 degrees. It's almost there. I don't think it's quite there yet, so if it isn't, it is 260 degrees, so we got a little ways to go. But in the meantime, trying to figure out a glaze to do. And Emma, she uses melted butter. I thought, well, what the hell, let's use melted butter. Then I'm gonna use Pappy Van Winkle maple syrup. I'm gonna use a half a cup. So let's just put our maple syrup in. And then I'm gonna use just a little bit of half a teaspoon of, just a few drops of vanilla. Then I'm going to put some powdered sugar in here. And this is going to be a great glaze for our donuts. And I think while we're at it, we're just having fun. I really haven't done this before, so I'm probably going to screw up a few times. If I do, I do, and if I don't. So anyway, so I'm going to mix this up. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook our biscuits in the hot grease, and then I'm gonna just dump them in here. And how about adding a little bit of butter? I mean, a bourbon. We got butter in here, so let's put up, I don't know, about an ounce of bullet bourbon. So what's better than butter, bourbon, and our topping is going to be bacon. So everybody likes butter, bacon, and bourbon. If you don't like bourbon, don't put it in there. I don't know why anybody wouldn't like bourbon, but if you don't, you can leave it out. All right, so that's our glaze for our donuts. We got our grease at 350 degrees. See this right here? I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna punch a hole in the biscuit. And like I said, I've never done this before, so probably gonna screw up a little bit. So anyway, should I use it? Which finger should I use? I could use this finger right here, and we'll turn it around. All right, just open up the hole just a little bit more. We're just having fun at this. I've never done it before, so we'll just see what happens. I'm gonna add this to I got canola oil in here, so let's add this. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be cooking okay. We're gonna have to cook these for about a minute, maybe a minute and a half on each side. So since I'm hanging around with hot grease, I'm gonna have a little bit of wine. It could be my last wine before I end up in the emergency room. So, cheers. Have a little Paso Robles Cabernet. Okay, got our donut in there. We got our temperature at 350. This has been here for about a minute and a half, so flip it over. We're gonna leave that there for about a minute and a half. So I just made another donut, and I'm gonna make another donut. I found it. Just put my thumb through here, turn it around, pull it apart. Seems to work pretty well. So we're gonna make, we got some cinnamon and sugar. And we got some powdered sugar over here. We're gonna make jelly donuts. And make jelly donuts, we don't have to put a hole in it. We'll just put the whole biscuit right in there, and then we'll squeeze the jelly in. Looks like this is about ready to come out. So what I'm gonna do, bring it out here, kind of get some grease off of it if I can. Flip it over and let it sit there just for a minute. And I think I need to make the hole a little bit bigger because that one kind of closed up, but that's okay. Like I said, I haven't done these before, so we're gonna put that in for 1.5 minutes. In about 1.5 minutes, flip that over. All right, so let's bring this out. Set it over here, get a little grease dripped off of it. I'm gonna add another one in. See how hot that is? That's hot. All right, now I'm gonna add it to the glaze over here. Just turn this around like this. And that's our glaze. And what better than butter and bourbon? Let's put some bacon on here. Bourbon, butter, and bacon donuts. See if I can get it to stick to the side, but not my fingers. But anyway, like I said, haven't done this before, so we're kind of experimenting. Hope you guys will give me some comments that maybe will help me out for the next batch that I do. So anyway, we got another donut in here. Let's flip this one over. All right. And I'm just gonna put a whole one in right there. This is gonna be our jelly donut. And then what I'm gonna do here is when that's done, we're gonna put that one in cinnamon and sugar and maybe a little powdered sugar on top. All right, this is a fun part. We'll take this out and I'm gonna set it over here, just drain a little bit of the oil off. Ooh, that's hot. Then we're gonna put in cinnamon. Get some cinnamon all over it. Cinnamon and sugar. Just flip it over and get it. This is fun. You can do anything. You can just do powdered sugar on one, do cinnamon and sugar on one. Just set that right there. Now, the fun part here is I'm going to flip this over. Come on, get over there. Don't be shy. So, I think what I'll do is I'm going to make another donut. I don't know what I'm going to use. I think maybe I'll just use powdered sugar on this one right here. So, these are fun, you know. Got the kids over. If your kids are like 10 or 12 years old, 8 or whatever, they probably like doing this. Grandkids, I know the grandkids will like doing this, and it's get a can of biscuits for $1. So anyway, it's a fun thing to do with their young kids or the grandkids. Of course, the grandkids here probably should not be drinking so much wine, but they're not here, so cheers. Let's take this out. Come here, get out of here. So we're gonna set that right there. This is gonna be our jelly donut. Now, let's do this. I got a chopstick. I think earlier, if you ever see me make Chinese food and I'm using a fork, that's because I have no clue how to use a chopstick, except for this. This works pretty good. So anyway, it's got a squeeze bottle. You can use any kind of jelly you want. I got grape jelly. So I'm gonna squeeze that in there. Fill that up with the jelly. All right, so there's our jelly. What I think I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna put this in my bourbon glaze. And I'm gonna set it over here. And this is gonna be fun too. Let me dry my hands. Let's just take it, sprinkle a little powdered sugar on top. Let's see what happens. I don't think I'm ever gonna get a job in a bakery, so you know, better don't quit my day job. All right, now we're gonna put we got 2 more to go, so we're gonna put both of them in at the same time. Now we got our donuts made. I've been doing this for about 20 minutes now, so I'm an expert at it. So anyway, this right here is our cinnamon sugar donut. And this is our jelly donut with powdered sugar. This is another jelly donut with, there's a jelly there and there's a jelly there with powdered sugar. This is just our bourbon, butter, not bacon, not brown sugar, but powdered sugar and maple syrup glaze. This is our butter, bacon, bourbon donut. This is our butter, bacon, bourbon, and jelly donut. So anyway, like I said, never done this before. We're just having fun, drinking wine. Thanks for watching. Give me some tips if you can on how to make this better. But anyway, I had fun doing it. Thanks guys, please subscribe. See you guys later. Out of here, bye.